We're going to play something a little silly today. This is going to be the blue-black Murktide in Modern. I kind of thought of this the other day and just wanted to throw it together. I did one practice league, but not fully fleshed out. But I thought it was pretty cool. You don't have the Ragavan DRC starts, but you still have the core threats of Ledger Shredder and Murktide. And then you went to, you get to just kind of go from there. I'm going to change the stream title. But yeah, this is a cool one for sure. I'm kind of interested in seeing how the Murktide core works with a heavier leaning on Torok for the 4-color matchups, and then you kind of have other answers for your red-white matchup. This is kind of awkward, but I'm gonna mulligan it. I don't think I can keep push Murktides. This is also pretty bad for the start with. But we're going to mulligan this one too. If this were a blue land, I would probably keep it and just hope Thoughtscour and Consider got me there. We're going to mulligan to 4, and then they're going to think we're on Tron. It's going to be great. This is easily the best hand we've had so far. I'm going to keep both fetches, just to fill up the graveyard a little bit. And then we'll start on Tarn, so that it looks like Murktide. Opponent does keep 7. Now the area is gone, I'm also going to turn a little music on. That's a Noble Hierarch, so I'm guessing humans? I'm going to Thoughtscour myself. I could Thoughtscour them just because having access to Drown is pretty good. Oh, I really regret not getting a... This is Snow Cover, so maybe it's Enchantress actually. Yeah, I should have been able to double spell here, but I didn't fetch aggressively enough after seeing the Hierarch. Okay, Bant with Hierarch. Alright, so this looks, maybe it's that spike list with the blink and all that nonsense. I'm gonna consider first. Not put that on my graveyard. I'm hopefully gonna grab whatever answers this Murktide. Their entire hand is redraws. Jeez, I don't really have a good way to answer these Ice Fangs either. I'm gonna get rid of the Ice Fang. I hope they don't hit the land for the Soul Herder. This is definitely the Ephemerate list. This is not great. Yeah, not being able to break this with the Murktide's pretty rough. So we're gonna Soul Herder now, it looks like. Yeah, they have a lot of things I kind of have to kill. Okay, we do hit land for the Archmage's Charm. Is that even good here, though? I guess if I can't answer the Ice Fang, I should be countering it and then waiting to Murktide. Then hopefully an 8/8 Murktide can just 2-shot them. Kind of a long shot, I know. Okay, they start with Wall. Wall's not so bad. So I'm gonna draw 2 here. Having Ephemerate's really rough. Yeah, this is like way too much value already. I know they haven't actually dealt much damage to me, but you're gonna have 7 cards in your hand on what I want to multi-5. I'm gonna hit the Water Grave. I'm gonna draw 2. I also have access to things like Solitude here. Okay, so we're gonna Thoughtseize first. Deputy's Attention also. Jeez. Bishop Excellent. Yeah, I'm not sure we have an easy way to outvalue this deck. Definitely want disputes. deck. I think Torok's pretty good. Kind of hard for them to kill. Dress Down's also kind of interesting. But I definitely want Disputes. I think I'm gonna bring a Dress Down in. I think Spell Pierce is pretty bad here, so we'll cut those. Dullscar doesn't seem that relevant. They're probably gonna already have targets, and I don't need extra considers, I don't think. Archmage's Charm seems good to grab stuff. Totally fine running all the discard. Maybe I don't want the Snapcaster? Maybe Dress Down just seems too good versus when the Eternal Witness loops stops, it'll stop Ice Fang from having Death Touch. I think I want to try the Torok, it's kind of the part of this deck. I'll cut one Murktide. And then maybe we'll go down. Because we're bringing in 2 more threats, I guess we can cut 2. A little loose, but we'll play first. Yeah, not great, but I'm gonna keep this one. I'm gonna bobble trick myself. A lot of lands here, but I think this is better. Fully enough, I think that push 3 land 2 Murktide hand might have been alright. Opponent is tanking. Okay, I'm gonna keep this push for sure. Alright, again, can't really handle this Ice Fang Koala. I think we start there, and then hopefully we draw into more action before they do. Looks like they drew High Arc. So we have our first push target. Although Counterspell is pretty nice here. I still think I'm going to push. I don't think there's any 2-drop I need to counter. This way I can get Watery Grave, still push up if I need to. Okay, Consider's nice here. Just because of Soul Herder specifically, I will keep the Pluto Delta to crack and push it. Okay, to get the Triome. I'll consider here. Dispute, I don't think I need. I think I need something with a little more action. We're gonna draw the Dispute anyway, so it's fine. We'll get our last Grave here. I know that shuts off Fatal Push on the thing, but we have Counter Sword now. Yeah, that stuff's easier. Does Ice Fang? I think I'm going to Dispute the Ice Fang. Kind of keep it low on resources if I can. I think Ice Fang in particular is something I kind of have to make sure I can break through for Murktide. Uh-oh, what does that say now? It's gonna make me regret. Okay, no. Okay, another Soul Herder, so we'll take one and then we'll hold up the Counterspell for the other. Definitely need to draw into Murktide. I guess I shouldn't have cut any of them. I guess it's just too important to be able to hit one. There's a Coco here? Torok. I will play Torok here though. I know it's going shields down, but I think it's okay. I think I want to try this main. I think it's been pretty important. So their last card is the Soul Herder. This has been pretty important though, just like for the matchup spread I want. So I think instead of going side the way I have been, I'll just run this main. Okay, they're gonna blink it and grow their Soul Herder. I think that's the right call. Get it out while I'm tapped out. But we're set up to counter whatever they have, and then hopefully we can grow with this Torok. Thoughtseize is useless, but I will attack here. It's gonna be a land. I think I just let them... I'm just gonna let them blink this and grow for now. I think it's more important if I do hit a fetch line to be able to kill the Soul Herder. It's also interesting. I think I'm just gonna draw. I know I could steal here, but I think I'm just gonna wait and if they do nothing, just draw. Or counterspell plus push maybe. So they're not technically winning this race, I don't believe. Unless I Thoughtseize, and they do. Wall of Blossoms. Okay, so I'm gonna counterspell this. I don't think I pushed this. So this is 5/6, yeah. Could steal this if I need to. I think drawing is still better. Another Torok is not great either. Let's just draw here. Okay, there's this Thirst. Kind of weird. What can they hit other than a redraw card that's bad for me that push is relevant against? I think I'm just gonna pop this and then swing 4, and then they just need to draw a response. So then that kills Torok or something that draws into a blocker, and then hopefully I can Blood Chief the blocker. Okay, they're gonna attack, can't block anyway. Could be something like Endurance. Eternal Witness. That's not good for me. Yeah, holding up push wouldn't have done anything here anyway though. They're gonna get the Blossoms. And they're gonna get to blink this Witness as well. Which is pretty terrifying. That was a good draw. Soul Herder Witness is no joke. They also have infinite turns if they draw Time Warp now. And we're at 2. We're at 3, I mean, so if I have to block the Soul Herder, the Eternal Witness can kill me. Okay, Murktide, Murktide. Is that my play? Just hope they don't answer for Murktide. Then I can swing. What do they bring back? Ice Fang? So Ice Fang doesn't even break it anyway. So what I can do is Thoughtseize, then swing to force the other block, so both creatures down. And then Murktide plus Chief, so Thoughtseize plus Chief, then Murktide. It's a little loose, but I think it's my best bet. Oh, Collected Company. Brutal. Brutal, 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 brutal. Ice Fang has 2 draws. I think it has to be Collected Company. Wow, it's so brutal. Okay, so we have to kill this, and this forces that block. Then we'll make a big dude. And then let them have it. Yeah, not what I was hoping for. Any update? I haven't worked on it a bit. I do have a new avenue I want to explore soon. Let's see. I don't even know what I have things labeled. I think it's Reanimator labeled, yeah. I didn't want to do an Ugin version, so I wanted to cut all the Ugins and go full on with this. And I wanted to try working on Seize the Spoils as a 4 of in the next one, and just kind of go totally turbo on the Aurelia, and maybe get another haste threat to bring in as like the 5th or 6th one. because there's so much mono green around right now that I really don't want to like have any of this slow kind of mid-range gameplay if I can help it. So I was thinking about doing something like that, where, and even maybe running the that Angel Fire card that's in standard right now, the red-white flashback one, as like another kind of hit off of it to make your Siege Rhino big, or your Bone Crushers big. So I haven't worked it out fully, but I think my next version is going to be leaning all in on hitting a turn 4 Invoke Justice. I like Fable a lot, but you can't invoke on turn 4 before combat with Aurelia. So that's what I've been working on. I haven't put it together yet, but it's definitely, I'm going to do a stream sometime soon with this list, probably next week. I haven't totally figured it out yet. I think this deck has something there. I don't know if the Ugin is the right way to go, even though bringing back Ugin is a good thing against mono green. Somebody else mentioned the GPG, the God Pharaoh's Gift, for this, and I think it's kind of interesting too. I don't know if that's what you want, but it is a kind of interesting way to go about it, so I might be losing this Ice Fang. Ice Fang can't block 2 creatures though, so if they don't draw into an answer for Murktide Regent, I think it's going to be okay. Yeah, Soul Herder can actually block neither of these creatures. But I'm pretty sure this list runs Endurance, so they could definitely Endurance block it, or Coco or something. Deputy Detention. Ephemerate, okay. Or they're just going to get Soul Herder big enough that I can't block it with Murktide and live. Yeah, then Invoke Justice. This is sweet. Okay. So you're gonna get their redraw. Maybe if they don't do anything, I Turok before combat? Is this Endurance now? It is Endurance, okay. So any kill spell does it for me. This thing's huge now. That is not a kill spell. And I can't even cast this Murktide anymore. So now they get both blocks out. Both blocks, and then I can Turok though, right? And leave them in the same situation. They have to lose both creatures here, right? So I guess we're gonna leave them hellbent with the Soul Herder yet again. It's gonna be the same situation we were just in. It's block and block. Actually, not even really, because I'm gonna have this blocker, but they just need to have. They just need to be an answer Turok. Because I'm still gonna have 2 things like that Soul Herder can't block. Yeah, I should have tried the Turok's main. Okay, they discard that. I have the block here now. They do get this rebound that does nothing. So they need like Ice Fang into another green creature or a Coco. Okay, cool. Weird game. I don't think I changed anything. I kind of want this Go for the Throat now though. Maybe I do want the Murktide again because it seems so important to hit one. Is Hearse good against this deck just because Eternal Witness? Seems a little loose. I like Drown. Maybe I could still go down to Murktide. I guess just you don't want to bring in too many threats in this like all control deck. I'm gonna cut one of these 2. I don't think it's super important now that we're on the draw. I think the reactive Go for the Throat's better in that slot. Okay, double Murktide again. I'm gonna keep this. I don't have an actual kill spell, so they might slip a Resolve turn 3 spell, but Turok seems good enough, I think, here. And they're gonna mulligan. Counterspelling. If they don't have turn 1 door, counterspelling is good. They're gonna go to 5. They're gonna go to 4. Alright. Almost scares me a little bit because they do have like land, or 3-drop. It's gonna be Soul Herder. Okay, it's good to see. We'll start with the shock land. Wall of Omens, okay. Gonna consider here. I will not put this in the graveyard. Maybe this was built in the graveyard knowing I have double Murktide and that I need land, but this should technically answer any spell in their deck eventually. Okay, I'm gonna counterspell this as weird as it is. I think that I need to use my cards well. I think that with Drown the Lock, I want to do it more aggressively also, and I'm not that afraid of Veil. Okay, Bauble's nice, because now I can go Ledger into Bauble. And I can actually get rid of one of these Murktides, which I will, and we hit the land, because we're super talented. I'm going to wait until they crack, so see what they're drawing. They don't crack, okay. And they can see, awesome. Alright, 1-0 in the league. Yeah, I think no matter what happens in this league, I want to move the Taurox main and trust that. Because it's kind of like one of the main reasons to try the blue-black list, is to have access to Taurox. So not leaning into why I want to be on this over Murktide seems, the blue-red Murktide is a little wrong. A little awkward. I think I'm going to keep this and Thought Scour turn 1 instead of Thoughtseize. Maybe not right, though. I'm going to keep it. I think that I have the tools to beat in any matchup here. Provided that I draw lands. It looks like we are against Murktide, so now I really want to hit... Well, now we're in trouble, because I kind of need lands plus a spell. Okay, I hit Bloodchief's Thirst, so let's start with Thoughtseize, and then we'll thirst the guy. Holy Heat's going to be kind of hard to turn on, right? Because we're only going to have 3, and then I'll have Drown by that time, so I think I just take the high value card here. And then we'll Chief this. We got super lucky drawing into land plus Thirst there. I think a lot of streamers don't like admit when they just get super lucky there. Like, this could have all spiraled out of control very quickly and it just didn't instead. Okay, and we hit the 3rd land. So we took the Archmage's Charm, and they're going to have creatures land instant. So I think I'm going to wait, and then we'll either counter something or charm ourselves end step. And then maybe we can Shredder plus counterspell. Or draw into Murktide. They put Unholy Heat in the graveyard. Okay, Bauble. Yeah, let's draw here. So I know 2 of the cards in your hand. Is one of them a counterspell here? It is, okay. Not a land here, that's what I was hoping, and Unholy Heat's turned on. I think I just have to pass. I think I just need to be able to double spell before I try this Ledger Shredder. Or I need a Murktide that's bigger than the Unholy Heat. Okay. Okay, don't love push. Yeah, I think I just have to keep passing. At least now we can push something if it's not Murktide specifically. I will definitely counter that. Hopefully not walk into a Spell Pierce here. Cool. Okay, Shredder. I'm gonna wait to Fatal Push this because I don't want to trigger it, and of course now we hit our own. Yeah, I'll start with this. I need to fade Murktide a little bit because I'm not gonna be able to drown it for a while. Okay, there is Murktide. Oh, I was supposed to counter that. I messed up. That's my fault. I just clicked through it too fast. I'm sure they have another counter, but I still wanted to have the other counter there. Yeah, it's not good. Big mistake. Let's see if I was right, I guess. We'll do this and then Thoughtseize. If they Unholy Heat on stack, I'm okay with it, because then it will let me drown this Murktide sooner. In fact, I can drown it this turn. Now I really, really, really wish that I hit that, Damn, yeah, I really wish I hit that counterspell now. This would have been such a better position now. Silly punt. Didn't even like click the wrong thing, I just like immediately just hit one. Like instinctively. Super bad here. Now we're dead to bolt when I crack this. Oh, so bad. I even could have like had a drown up and fought over this a little bit and wasted their Unholy Heat. Okay, we're gonna consider first. I'm gonna fetch here beforehand. Then we'll start with consider. Maybe we'll hit our own Murktide. Kind of our only out here, I think. Now we're just gonna hope they draw a bunch of stuff and let me hit this for 7. Alright, bad punt, but it's alright. I kind of want to test this matchup more anyway, so we're going to take Go for the Throat, Missile Suits are going to come in, Hearses are going to come in. I like Flusterstorm as well, so I'm going to bring that in. I like Flusterstorm. I also want to keep the Spell Pierce in, personally. Drown is probably not great, we can shade those a little bit. I like the Bloodchief's Thirst. I don't need Thought Scour. Don't really have any interest in filling the graveyard up faster. I think I want to keep the Archmage's Charm in, but I guess I shouldn't keep all of these in, Spell Pierce and Flusterstorm. So maybe I'll cut the Pierces and just fetch around Blood Moon. And we'll get rid of all the Drown Lux. So we're just going to play a straight blue-black Gucci game. Man. It would have been so much better with just like countering Murktide and being good to go there. That's like such an unfortunate situation now. I can keep this. I think because I'm on the draw, I'm gonna wait to bobble with the Ledger Shredder because that will let me actually like block a Ragavan fine if they turn one Ragavan. I've seen some of the Agandro lists too. I'm actually interested in those, yeah. I don't like Burning Hands. In the red-white list, I'll show you what my favorite card is. This card right here is my favorite anti-mono green red-white card. This hits... You're not really looking to fight over the dorks anyway, which is what misses on like Lava Coil or Burning Hands. But this lets you tuck Cavalier and attack through it, or attack the OGT without turning it into mana. So this is what I've been on. I've liked it a lot in a lot of my lists recently. Yeah, mono green's pretty crazy right now against the mid-range list. So I think you have to, if you're playing something mid-range, you have to have a little bit of an unfair angle. And this was the greatest way to like push through your Aurelia to make sure they don't get Karn back. And it answers OGT like on curve really nicely. So I've tried Burning Hands a lot. I never really love every time I cast it. So hope this doesn't eat a bolt here. I think I'm okay to discard Flusterstorm because I have Counterspell and Dispute. I don't have anything here, so I'm just going to do this during upkeep. The cool thing with the Agandro is its actual ramp if you discard a land to its second ability, which lets you cast Aurelia a turn early sometimes, which I like a lot. I just don't think that... I want to be on Burning Hands though. But no, it's just tough. It's just, I mean, that's the menace of the format right now. So every fair mid-range deck is having trouble with it. But okay, so we draw here. I guess I actually just Thought Seize and then hold up Counterspell. Whoa, 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 whoa. So what do I want their turn to look like? Man, this is a good hand that they have. I think I just get rid of the charm, right? And then just force them to play sorcery speed cards. I think that's what I'll do. So I get rid of the charm here. And they can either Murktide or... yeah, they can just Murktide here and I'll have the counter for it. Hopefully I won't just like pass through it. Interesting. Well, this push is really good here now. So I can actually just slam my own Murktide, but that's bad into their Jace, right? If this were a fetch land, it'd be better, because then I could Murktide do it. Yeah, that's true for like all of my red-white decks, man. Like they're even like not running 4 Bone Crushers in the list that I have now for it, like just feels wrong, because how can you not run 4 Bone Crushers? But it's actually like it's the 3 drops of Pioneer in general are like where games are won and lost. I think I just let this die. No, it's totally fine. This means the whole point. This is why I like to stream here. So I'm not lonely here. Yeah, it's interesting. I think Pioneer in general. It's funny that I'm playing Modern for like the first time in months. You want to talk about Pioneer, but yeah, I think that. Ooh, I'm just gonna cancel this. And we'll still have Dispute up. So Regent's down, and we can play our own and hopefully counter the Jace. And we have Push Up, which is nice. I also think that like I've been working on a lot of stuff kind of like Invoke Despair or Invoke Justice, where like it's a new angle to attack the format. So I always am really into these alternative ideas. Like that one guy whose name I always forget, Donkin or whatever it is, GR Donkin. He is playing a Hollow One version of it that like it's just really cool to like see my idea that I put together, but like a newer version of it. So I'm like, no, I'm all about it. I have a lot of lists that like I don't have the time to work on because I work on a bunch of different stuff, especially for the stream when I want to try stuff like this. But it's just like there's a lot of cool ways to turn these new angles around. So this looks like Murktide. It is. It's a smaller Murktide than mine though. Maybe they're playing this to block plus Unholy Heat. No, they don't have Delirium. I guess I just wait to hold this as a counterspell. I don't think I just draw here. Even though like I would love to have 2 cards in my hand. I think there's better ways to use this card than Divination. I have a blue-black list that I just put together for Pioneer also that I want to work on. Alright, game 3. Game 2 was a huge punt in game 1. Feels pretty good against Murktide. So I'm totally fine without any Drowns blocks. Do I want Dress Down? Do I want Thought Scour? Do I want Spell Pierce? The Spell Pierce seem pretty good. Hushbringer is an incredible card. Hushbringer I just really like for the Spirits and Humans matchups. It like really shuts them down. Spirits has almost no answer other than trying to get bigger with like Catilda or something. And Humans has Declaration Stone now. Most of my red-white lists now are actually on 3 of them. So here's I'll show you a nonsense red-white list I've been messing with for fun. I almost streamed this today instead, but this is a red-white counters list with Shatter Skull Charger and Boss Riquette. And even here, Hushbringer was like just like the best card that I could be running in it. So I think Hushbringer is really good against those 2 decks specifically, both the blue and the Spirits list and the Humans deck. That's what I think. You can bring them in against mono green depending on your build because it shuts off Cavalier, Enter the Battlefield, and Death, and it shuts off the OGT Death. and it shuts off keyword growth. So it's good against mono green in like a fair setting. The issue is if your turn 2 play is Hushbringer and their turn 2 play or turn 3 play is just mono green stuff, like it doesn't do enough. Like they're still gonna card and combo you with Nykthos, so it's good against mono green if you have it and have room for it. But it's not a card I necessarily put in the sideboards thinking it solves a mono green matchup. Kind of curious if I want Kaido here. The Shadowless usually don't bring Kaido in against Murktide, but they also are on... They're on way more like 1-mana removal spells and creatures, like DRC and Shadow and Ragavan. So maybe I do want it. Kaido and the Spell Pierce is what I'm thinking of right now. I think I want to keep my Snapcaster. I'm gonna trim one of these again. And I'll bring in 1 Spell Pierce. So I'll do 2 plus and 1 Spell Pierce. I've been cutting that Inquisition like a decent amount of time. Maybe I just want to run 4 Thoughtseize and 1 Ink. Okay, glad to not see a turn 1 spell. I'm gonna open with Thoughtseize here, and then we'll start playing the Ledger game if we can. Alright, so they have Double Ledger and Bauble. Disaster. This is pretty rough. I think I just take one of the Ledgers, knowing that I don't have a remove for either of them yet. And then maybe we can Ledger and capitalize off their triggers that they're going off. I could have maybe grabbed the Bauble and shut off one of their triggers, but the trigger isn't actually like the end of the world, so I don't think that's where I want to be. I'm almost definitely just playing my own Shredder here. Them discarding the Unholy Heat is very weird. Alright, well they saw the turn, so we'll use this. Drawing 2 lands is not ideal, but... Can maybe wait on this until I have Fluster Protection, but... Kind of just need things out to start blocking, because this can get out of hand really quickly. Okay, there's Unlicensors. I'm going to open with Unlicensors. And then if they charm or counterspell, I think I fluster it regardless. I think this is just too good of a card to not bring in. This is bad versus like counterspell plus Pierce. They charm it. Whoa. Yeah, I'll try to get this to resolve. See what they discard here. If they do get a Murktide out, it'll be small, luckily. Small for now. Still need to kind of get through these somehow, so very happy to discard a Polluted Delta here. They're really tanking this one. Kind of a weird situation, can't blame them here. Okay, Charm, discarding Charm. So they still will be able to resolve a Murktide, it just won't be huge. Yeah, man, I need to... I can't even block this now, it's so unfortunate. I just literally like I can't discard a non-land and hold 3 lands here. If they resolve Jace here, I'm in pretty rough shape. I also know they have a counterspell, so if they do a small Murktide with counterspell backup, even that's pretty bad. Another Shredder is not great either for us. Is a Shredder into Murktide? Whoa, I think it is. Interesting. I mean, that has to be Murktide, right? I think I just do this now. It's either Murktide or it's like the greatest bait of all time. I'm gonna start with this Consider. Then hopefully make it awkward for their counterspell. I think I can keep that. We'll just hold off like this for now. So they can Murktide. I think instead of countering the Murktide, I actually go for the throw with this Ledger and then counter their counterspell on it. But they're still not going to cast it. Notice I've drawn more action here. Okay, so we'll start with go for the throat here. They're going to get some triggers here, but it's okay. I'm going to counterspell this myself. Everyone's going to get triggers. They having 2 more cards in their hand is pretty bad for us, but... Okay, discard Murktide. Discard Bauble, okay. I will also discard Bauble. If they fight over this, I can still... Mystical Dispute, okay. Okay, so we get it down. Alright, not so bad now. Gonna get rid of the counterspell for sure, and I guess the Bauble again. So trying to turn off Delirium. Okay, so we're getting triggers again. Discard Consider. I have to kind of keep up on this. I think I have to keep Dispute in case it's something like Jace. We might not be able to dispute under the Murktide. Discard Ragavan, okay. I'm at 8 too. My life total's not high here. I don't like that it discards first instead of drawing. So if you're in your Fiery Temper and you're trying to like hit a card at the top, it's pretty bad. I think it's good as if you're in on the what is it, lesson package, whatever it's called. So it's like an unholy heat or bolt or something. It is a bolt. Okay, nothing I can do about that. So now we're in trouble. Okay, so I'm gonna let them, you know what, just in case they're looking for a spell snare or something, I'm actually gonna dispute this now. This is like not great necessarily, but... So I need a kill spell or... Really that's it, right? I guess I have a 6/6 attacker maybe? Or a Regent, it's pretty good. I always forget, I gotta remember that I have Snapcaster in this deck. And like actually like play towards having it. I'm gonna wait because I might end up hearsing my own graveyard here. Yeah, I don't love the Snowball. It's not a good enough attacker is my main issue with it. When you're running like all this different stuff for it, like when you verse like a blue-red control, you want to actually have your 2-drops be able to attack. Kind of like how black-red control has the Bloodteeth Harvester as like a great attacker to follow up for the 3-drops like Fable or Trespasser. So I think missing that is not great. Okay, they didn't actually attack or anything, so I think I'm fine keeping this as an 8/8 for now. Need to draw well here still. So yeah, having a 2/1 I don't think is good enough on that angle. I don't think I can attack because I'm dead to bolt then. So I think I'm just gonna wait for a bit. Kind of awkward, but them hitting a tap land off that EI makes me think it wasn't that great. Maybe they just have counter spells. Okay, another land for them. Yeah, I can see it. I don't think so. You would run, so you're not running any 1-drops then. You're just going straight to. This is not the right list. Straight towards your 2-drops as your main discard thing. I can see that. I discarded the first league I played with it. I loved it, and ever since then I've been like, this discard option is like card disadvantage. It's not good enough. So I haven't loved this as much. I'll probably cut these in the next ones. I think that I'm more interested in filling this up. So I think I'd be more likely to run in addition to these. To run like Epicure, Raffine, and then these. Because I think I want more of these effects. I think the deck is always the best when I just have tons of these options. But if you're cutting this for more 2-drops, I think it's totally fine, yeah. I might run some number of portable holes main. Just something because first aggro, you want like something to like kind of stop block there a little bit. Just as a little wall when they attack, or to make their burn spells have to aim down instead of at your face. But no, I think it's totally fine. And the lesson package, that 7-mana card alone is worth playing. And the one that, there's 3 lessons I like a lot, and that's not even including the red one that I've seen. The 7-mana one is like a great win condition, especially in a deck like this. It's going to be cycling through your hands and hitting your land drops. And I like the one that looks for a land and gains 2 life. That's great. And then the Preordain's awesome. So I would run all 3 of those, and probably that red one that like discards your hand. Can't think of what that's called right now, of course. I think my first league with Pyre, it overperformed. This one I love, and there's a red one. Not this one, although some people play this one. I think this is fine, I guess. Is this it? Eliminate history? Yeah, this one. This is sick. This card's great. I would run this card too, I think. So I think that's the 4 lessons I would run. And then your sideboard's kind of loose, like you said. Sideboard's kind of loose as it is, especially game 1. So I think you're fine with that, yeah. Okay. This is their end step, so we're going to exile more stuff. Land and creature. So I think that, like, yeah, there's different ways to do it. I think that you keep the Occultist and the Fables and the Bone Crusher in if you still want to be able to win with a fair game plan. Which is like, you want to be able to win with your 3/2 into your, Fable, discard Occultist and draw a card, Nahiri exile stuff instead of just trying to get to your Aurelia. And you kind of have this, this reasonable fair game plan. Kind of like when Greasefang just slams a Greasefang into a Hardcast Chariot and through a Recipe, so they just have creatures. So I think that that's when you want to lean towards Occultist. If you're all in on like, I want to kill you with Aurelia, then you're moving towards like Seize the Spoils, and maybe you keep Pyre for that, or you run the Professor, that kind of thing. So right now you can see this list isn't together because I'm kind of stretching both ways, where I have Seize the Spoils and also Occultist, which is kind of silly. So I think my next version is going to be all in on I'm going to be as unfair as possible plan, and then we'll see where we go from there. Drawing another land is awful. I kind of think they're drawing lands too, though, so I'm gonna hold tight for now. Because they hit a land drop off the EI and then played another Spire Bluff. Okay, it's a Ragavan. It's a non-dash Ragavan. Like, I don't necessarily love Occultist in that list. It just gives you like another fair option. Okay, another Murktide's interesting. Yeah, so like you kind of have both. Like, it's also the difference between like rushing to have Aurelia in your graveyard versus like being fine, Invoke Justicing a Fable, Sometimes you invoke Justice of Fable, and you just put 4 counters or something, and all of a sudden it's a big threat. But like, I think the next version I want to try is going to be like all in. Like I might not even run Fiery Temper, so I might just be like straight red-white Reanimator. Maybe run, if I can find another threat I like a big dragon or something. Maybe I'll run like 4 Aurelia for that dragon. So game 1, I'm just like churning, discarding, bring it back. But I don't know. I haven't harnessed it yet, so we'll play around with it more. I'm definitely casting this Murktide, right? There's no world in which I don't. But am I attacking with both maybe then? Is that crazy? Because I can attack with the Hearse also. But do I want to give them a Ragavan trigger? Probably not. I do kind of want to attack with this Hearse though. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Let's try this. I think this is big enough to start pushing in now. 12-12. So even the Ragavan blocks, we're still in the same situation we were. And it looks like they just drew Ragavan off the top because I can't imagine they sandbagged it, so I think this is fine. Obviously you need them not to like Archmage's Charm here or something, but alright, cool. 2-0 in the league. So we beat... That was a big punt game 1 too. So we beat Murktide and we beat the Spike Bantlist. Okay. Nice. Yeah, this is pretty fun. This is just something I was kind of curious to try in Modern. I was thinking about the other day and it's just like, I want a new angle for Murktide that's relevant versus 4-color, and I think having the Taurox is good. I think having Drown is good against the points that you're going to be losing versus Living End and Rhinos by not having turn 1 Ragavan. So having Drown gives you a little better game against there. I like Kaito. Other than that, it's the same blue-red shell, except instead of the creatures, you're just running discard as your like early turn interaction. Didn't think we were gonna be great matched up straight up against Murktide, but I think I'm 3-0 against them right now, so maybe it's okay. Maybe it's not that bad. Kind of hard to say. There's a lot of bad Murktide players out there. Not saying our last opponent was that at all. I'm like trying to take shots. I'm just saying like it's hard to like you think you have your math worked out against Murktide, and then you play in a challenge and you're like, wow, I'm getting outplayed every turn right now. I feel that less about 4-color, where 4-color there's less agency in how well they do because the deck kind of plays itself for the most part, while Murktide has like more angles. Yeah, it's different though. Because even Taurox is a big angle. I would much rather have Ragavan than Thoughtseize against 4-color, but I think Thoughtseize and Taurox against 4-color is maybe better. This is a little weird because I don't have any turn 1 play. That's not even consider, but I think I'm going to rely on Drown in the lock here and hope it's good enough. Definitely risky, but... What's up, Dragon Party? How you doing? Playing some Modern today. I know usually you pop in as Pioneer, but... Looks like Burn. This is not a great anti-burn hand. I guess I play Watergrave tap and then fetch thing. I have experience in old affinity lists in Modern. Old. Like turn 2 kill you with Inkmoth Nexus and Mox Opal old. I have not messed with the new ones at all, except for like the week that Modern Horizons 2 dropped. So no, I guess it's the long answer. If they unban Mox Opal though, I'll be ready to go. If they don't hit a land drop, I think I fetch for Drown Lock before Blood Chiefs. Yeah, I'm gonna do that now. I guess I'll wait in case the first trigger hits a non-land. Okay. So their hand's bad, but I don't have a good way to do well against it. Okay, hit a land. So now I want to fetch first. So you fetch beforehand if you don't want to land, because the top card's gonna be gone regardless. I don't know, that sounds crazy to me. I guess Affinity into Ob Nixilis, I guess it makes sense. Because you have a free 4-drop to break into it. I don't know about that one. That might be a little too deep. Might be reaching. Okay, having Bauble's nice, because there's no Eidolon on the field yet. So I get to Shredder Bloodchief's Thirst, and then I can hold up before Shredder Bauble. So I'm gonna fetch blue here, and then black next one. I really wish I could hit some non-fetches here, but... And I think I'm going to keep the Murktide. I'll discard one of the Shredders, because we drew the other one. So this can block if they have Searing Blades or something that's there. No, I haven't messed around too much with the Affinity list. I think that, I mean, they seem pretty strong. I feel like they just need, some lists need a champion. Yeah, it is pretty funny. Well, Thought Monitor wouldn't be, they're all 4/4s, right? It's a 4/4 or a 2 Rift Bolts, jeez. Now I feel like I have to reevaluate my whole game plan. So I was going to Shredder Murktide or Shredder Bauble, hold up Drown. Do I Murktide here instead? Yeah, Omnix's power, not to convert mana cost, yeah. But still, I mean, having sometimes you just go super wide and having another angle that like someone like Control has to handle with. Because if you think about like Control versus Blue-White, Blue-White Control versus Affinity, they beat you with Verdicts, really. Verdicts and March and Prismatic. So having Ob Nixilis and just 2 of them pop out is like an actual interesting angle for there. I just don't know if the mana base or the deck can run it, because there's so many cards you need to have included in your Affinity list that there's like so few flex spots or like spots to mess around with without like ruining the integrity of the deck. I think I need to like 2-shot them with Murktide, right? But I don't even have enough instant sorceries in my graveyard. So maybe I'll just start with Shredder Bauble, and then we'll see what we hit. Okay, we'll discard the other Bauble. Snapcaster's kind of interesting. I think I need this to be big, so we're going to do it this way. Then I think I'm going to do this to myself. Thought Scour. So we'll get that away now, because I don't think I want that. And then we'll attack, and then hopefully not die. Hopefully we'll do a big old not die this turn. We're going to wait for the second Rift Bolt to trigger, so that we have our Shredder's part trigger first. We're going to get our redraw here. Okay, another land, not great. So again, we're going to let the first one go. Maybe I can draw like, get really lucky and draw like Spell Pierce, and then, so this one I want first, but I want to discard land first. I can draw a Spell Pierce push or something. Well, that's not Spell Pierce or push. I should have discarded this electric. Wow, 2 more lands, jeez. Alright, I'm going to counter this. It's definitely possible. I'll take a look right after sideboarding Dragon Party. Let me try to get through this first, with hopefully some not death. They can swing, and if I block, they Boros Charm. That's pretty bad. I guess I was supposed to Murktide here, but didn't only get 1 Bauble trigger. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing really felt great there. Watch him just bolt me now. It's like he just had it. Just. Well, this is a charm. Okay, so we lose Shredder. And we drew yet another land. So I'm gonna play this, but definitely looking like we're dead here. This isn't even a huge Murktide. I'll die to a haster if that's what they have. If they have Goblin Guide, it's fine. I have to hit this here and hope they just have nothing somehow. Hope they have like double Sanctify or something stupid. You got me. Alright, didn't really think about burn at all. I think I want all the counter spells in. Flusterstorm, maybe not Mystical Dispute. Go for the Throat seems okay. Thoughtseize is obviously bad, we'll get rid of those and then just run it as is. Keep the Inquisitions in. I think it's about as reasonable as you're gonna get, and hopefully just not draw all lands this time. Let's take a look at our friend Dragon Party. 4-color affinity. Totally normal stuff. Is Glimmervoid even still played in these though? I feel like Glimmervoid I haven't seen. I guess if you're 4-color, I guess you need to a little more than others, but. So full on this, I actually hate these lands, the tap lands. I never liked playing them. So I would try to maybe cut down those a little bit, but I love Michigo. Love 2 Obnics. I don't know. I feel like I would be on more Obnics if this is the idea you want to text. I feel like I would go to 4. Maybe you can cut it later. You also have 16 cards in your sideboard. Okay. I don't hate this if you're planning to kill them anyway. I think it's totally fine. You just like suspend a creature while you're trying to deal lethal. I think that's totally fine. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this. I like Gingerbread. I think the decks that aren't playing Gingerbread are wrong on the Circle Saga, especially if you're in plating. I've seen so many decks that have like 3 or 4 plating and no Nettlecyst. No Nettlecyst at all. It's a little weird to me. I feel like that's a pretty good card. Maybe they just dropped this though from now on. Yeah, 4 Spire and 4 Glimmervoid makes sense. I don't think you want these. I think you should try to cut these. I would even rather run like the Aganjo charge counter land, because you're only going to need to cast a few colored spells. Like really it's just the Obnics and these, right? So I know those ups your affinity count, but I think I'd rather be off them and just go to 4 Citadels plus some of those. Oh yeah, this too. It's a good to hit on white, but I don't know, man. Pretty sweet. I do love Obnixilis. Having this basic swamp sucks usually, but I think it's okay versus the burn deck. And then we'll keep the Pierce plus Fatal Push. Oh, this was dumb. I should have opened on Swamp, because they're way more likely to play a creature here. That was just poor. I can't wait for a Goblin Tribe trigger now though, and decide if I want the card, because it's going to be fetching basic island likely anyway. Drown in the Lock. I definitely want Drown in the Lock. Yeah, we'll keep that. See how we go here. Are you talking to me about what? Okay, let's just verify. So again, we want to land, so I'm going to give 2 chances here, so I'll let the trigger go first. We hit the land. Why would I not want the answer to an Eidolon? Like, Drown's a clear keep there. That's fair. I haven't really messed with the affinity decks much though. It might be like commonplace to run them now. Now we're gonna Spell Pierce this. Then we have Drown and Snapcaster up for either. Feels pretty good. So we're still gonna be taking 2 here. So we go to 15, but they have 4 cards in their hand, and we have Snapcaster plus Pierce, Push, or Lock, so it feels okay. This is pretty bad here, but could also just slam a Murktide here. It's a 5/5 Murktide. Maybe that's good enough. I think I'd rather have a bigger Murktide though. Well, maybe not. So I go Murktide here. It's a 5/5, but as I hit my other cards, it'll grow from the second Murktide that I have. And Snapcaster, there's not a Goblin Guide here, so Snapcaster's not going to kill it anyway. Maybe I'm supposed to kill this instead of the Goblin Guide. No, I think getting the Goblin Guide off is right. I'm gonna try this. If they have Path or something, that's fine. I mean, not fine, I'll be upset about it, but we can still play around Deflecting Palm. They know we have the Drown anyway, so they probably play Instant Speed, so taking a turn off doesn't seem great there anyway. The issue with this play is I lose the Snapcaster plus push ability. They do have Path. And we fetch all our basics because we're done. Is Eidolon now? Rest in peace. Okay, I don't mind Rest in peace at all. Oh, yes I do, because I have Drown in my hand. Yeah, it's pretty bad. That's alright. Okay, I'll probably just Snap block this and then Charm on our turn. They run in Path and Rest in Peace? That seems like a lot of cards in that don't deal damage to me. I'm just gonna straight up Snapcaster this. They hit land, so Searing Blades could be annoying here. But I mean, their burn quality just feels low to me. Boar Charm would suck here. Lightning Helix, okay. And Boar Charm, okay. I think I'm gonna end up stealing this Swift Spear. Now they have no cards in their hand. Rift Bolt. So we'll go to 1. Hopefully consider for some counter spells. I think this not being instant speed means I don't want it, and Fluster Storm will keep. We just gotta hope they don't hit creature here. Kinda weird. Fluster Storm actually doesn't counter that much now that I think about it. Okay. Maybe there's hope. Just because we were accidentally F6, so maybe they think we don't have anything. Ledger Shredder, sure. Oh, definitely should have tapped that. This game's basically over, but we'll see. Maybe they have like 2 more Rest in Pieces in hand or something silly. I don't even know if I counter this. I guess not. Maybe I'm supposed to counter just to live versus like Goblin Guide? Man, I'm so talented. So much talent. Alright, well they're 11. At 1. We'll see. We do have a... Well, that's not a good counterspell to draw. But I was going to say we do have a lot of counterspells in the list. I don't think I can afford to sit back here. You have to hope they just have awful cards. Or rest in pieces. They did it. Okay, burn matchup. It's definitely one disadvantage of blue-black versus blue-red so far. Because they actually have Ragavan and DRC that clogs up the battlefield early, and they can turn the corner a lot quicker. So even having an extra drowning blocks game 1 is nice. I think maybe there's got to be you got to add some other element here. Maybe a Cling to Dust or something. Something that actually lets you benefit a little more. We didn't even really get a lot of instants and sorts in the graveyard for that first Murktide. It wasn't even that big, so even if they didn't path it, like, it wasn't going to be in great shape. We'll join the match. Pedro Gush. I'll keep this. A little awkward, but I don't think it's mulliganable. Okay, give her runes. Definitely gonna Bloodchief's Thirst that. Island and Graveyard, I gotta remember that one fetching. I'm gonna bauble trick myself just to see how I want to pay for this. I don't think I want that bauble. I want to actually fetch for Watery Grave here. Still have a lot of Spell Pierce targets. This card is Aid. Oh, second Spell Pierce, so hopefully they come up now. Yeah, I was gonna say the Springleaf Drum. Mystic is not one of them, though. If this is Cauldron complete, we're in trouble? It is Hammer, okay. Bauble again. Even though I have the Dark Six Shores, I'm still gonna Bauble Trick. I will keep that though. I think I just need to take any creature here. Okay, Ornithopter. No land drop. Sure. Oh, they just had the Cauldron complete. Brutal. Brutal, 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 brutal. Alright, so definitely bringing in Engineer's Explosive. Definitely bringing in Dress Down. What else do I want in? Is that it? Awful. I'm not sure. Oh, right on time. I'm not sure I have an answer for this in the deck. Still gonna kill this, just because I think it's a little slightly better than the Ornithopter. There's just no way to actually, like, survive here, right? So we'll see what they have. See if they're on blue or just mono white. Still can't tell because all these cards are played in both, but yeah, we'll concede to that. Jeez, even had Aid and Hammer follow-up. Crazy. Alright, definitely want Dress Downs. Definitely want Go for the Throat. Even though it's a little awkward. I want Engineer Explosives. I don't think I want Torok. Drown's great in this matchup. I'm going to keep all my discard in. Some people cut it. I don't really agree with it. Archmage's Charm, I'm a little questionable on. Get rid of those. We'll keep the Snapcaster. I'm going to get rid of the Spell Pierces. I don't super love them. And we'll go down to the Thought Scour. I think I want to be a little more reactive than that. I think there's things like Stoneforge Mystic and Urza Saga that gets around the counterspell. Maybe just counterspell in general is not great. Maybe I want to like do something like this and go to Charm. Do a little more flexible. The first few turns I'm working on discard and kill spells, and then pivoting to Archmage's Charm counterspell later. Drown and Lock can kind of pull double time for both. Yeah, I'm actually going to cut this back for the Salt Scour. Try to stay real lean and mean. Hope it didn't get in time. Keep this. No threat is not great, but for all the matchups, this is one that's alright. I'm gonna Bubble Trick here as well. Dress down, I will keep Dress down. We'll start with Inquisition. Alright, so they have Sanctifier, which is not super bad against us because we are on all blue stuff. One land, Pitting Needle. Pitting Needle. One land. How do you keep the 7? This is such a crazy 7 to keep. I guess I just take Sigarda's Aid? I'm gonna take Sigarda's Aid and then maybe I just hold this Thoughtseize for when the Stoneforge goes off. Or I can just dress down it. Just gonna Pitting Needle blind. What are they Pitting Needle? Pluto Delta? Okay. I'm gonna wait on the Thoughtseize. If they go Stoneforge first, I'll just dress down it. Springleaf Drum. Oh, I wish I had a counter for that. Maybe we'll get one. Well, no, I don't even have the Spell Pierce anymore, right? I will not put Archangel Shroud in my graveyard. So I still need a land. I might charm this stupid Springleaf Drum. I know it sounds so stupid, but with Memnite, yeah, I'm just gonna take this. So now they have one other card in their hand, and if it's a land, they get to resolve a spell with Spell Pierce up. It's an Esper Sentinel, sure. Okay, so now I know their whole hand. Really need to draw into some stuff. I still think I wait on the Thoughtseize, right? Because they start again. If they start with Stoneforge, I just dress down first. This is so weird, man. Okay, holding the Sentinel back, afraid of some flash threat. I guess I could be on a Shark Typhoon or something. Oh, I have the Pluto Delta. I just realized I can't even cast that. So crazy. I'm a Thought Scour. Wow, I didn't realize that. Okay, Thoughtseize again. That's so funny. I drew the Delta. Okay. I think I just hold off on this push, and then we'll do the same thing and just wait. And then we'll just push end of turn if they don't hit a land. If they hit a land, we'll dress down. Man, I really want this Polluta Delta to be crackable. I'm just gonna kill this now so I can double these more easily. Oh man, you gotta be kidding me. I didn't have any in my hand when that was cast either. That's so unfortunate. Okay, so we have Mystic, Sanctifier, Paladin, Hammer. I think Hammer should probably go. Then I'll just wait on the other one. Oh man, it's so annoying. I can't believe I drew a second Delta after the Pitting Needle named Pluto Delta. I had 0. Okay, we can crack this one at least. So we will. Now I can Thoughtseize. I'm getting so low life. I need to hit a Shredder or a Murktide or something. Again, I'm going to hold this dress down with the Stone Forge. I'm going to get rid of the Paladin, I guess. Sanctifier's not that big a deal, I don't think. Man. Can't even go for through this. Do I just dress down, like, just for value? I have to wait, right? Man, I don't have enough mana to dress down plus go for the third hit, so I think I have to wait now and lose all these instant sorceries. But I can do it during end step and then kill it. I'll do that, and then we'll try to go for the third hit. There's the counter spell that we can't use. And there's push, so I guess I want to do this first and then push the other thing. Man. Where are all of the creatures? How did this Shredder end up discarded? So they hit land now and have Spell Pierce up, I'm in trouble? Which they do. This is a disaster. And Urza Saga 2. This is really bad. I need Murktide like this turn. I need Murktide like 4 turns ago, really, but... yeah, it's not gonna do it, but I'll push this just in case anyway. Man. $23 cards deep. Okay, Ornithopter's down. Now we die to Urza Beats, looks like. Yeah, it's not gonna do it. This has been like a bad draw, matchup of draws here. What do they do? They could do like... oh, they're not gonna grab anything. Is this just hammer? Ginger Brood, okay, makes sense. Okay. I'm gonna lose to a lot of stuff here, but I'm gonna have a good draw next turn. Not casting this reality check, wow. Silly game, 25 cards deep, no Murktide, only 1 Shredder, no Snapcaster. Even the Snapcaster would have been like game changing there, it would have been huge. Because it would have been more card advantage, would have had actual threat to, I guess, so they can't attack with the Sentinel or... Alright, started off 2-0, 2-2 now, not great, but... didn't even draw Engineer Explosives, that would have been good there. And I like go for this over as Murktide. I guess I don't bring it in against something like that because it doesn't hit Sentinel and all the stupid 0 drops. Maybe hitting Stoneforge is enough though. Stoneforge and Pure Steel. I guess I bring it in still. But maybe that just means I don't want it in the sideboard. Having a 2-mana removal spell that I can't bring in against Hammer, or is not great against Hammer, there's gotta be something better that kills Murktide in that slot. It's not Terminate. It doesn't necessarily need to be instant, like maybe I just want something that's to like just kills over 2 mana. The one to stand right now, Infernal Brass, whatever it is, maybe something like that. I feel like I just played against this opponent recently, but not in this league apparently. I will keep this. I'm gonna guess they're on Death Shadow, and I think this hand's okay against Death Shadow. I don't really want to mulligan against Death Shadow. I like having Dark Six Shores here. So I can kill Ragavan and still have stuff up. No taking the life. Okay, they see my Thoughtseize, but I'm gonna start with push. I don't like waiting. You can always wait and see if in case they have another Ragavan so they can't dash it, but I feel like you're just asking to get Spell Snared or Spell Pierce there. Even though they're not always on Spell Pierce, I still just think it's crazy. Okay, there's another Ragavan, not dashed. A little awkward here. I think I just played the Shredder. They have removal for it. They have removal for it. Can get the Ragavan hit. Okay, it's not push. It's not shocking for end of turn. They don't have Delirium yet. Main deck Terminate. Okay. Okay, they hit a land, so they whiff on the Ragavan. I might consider first. Didn't matter at all. Yeah, I think I just have to Thoughtseize here. This kind of feels terrible not having this Ragavancer. Ooh, this is such a good hand for them too. Jeez. I think I'll do Iteration because they'll probably Ledger and then Iteration, which I can Spell Pierce the other one. I think I'm fine with Ledger sticking around for a little bit. I just need to answer this Ragavan, but answer this second Ragavan. Jeez, man. That was a good hit. That was so freaking good. Now they're playing Gigantha with Murktide. Nuts. You're gonna Shredder first, too? Holy lord. That's rough. I don't think I can win this now. What do I need that kills this? And they bend the Croaks off of it. Well, I guess I can have my own bigger Murktide? It's not that. We'll concede. I would ban you so fast if I could. This is so stupid. You're literally just fab. Alright, I'll bring the Disputes in. I think it's good against the EI. I like Fluster Storm more than Spell Pierce. Definitely don't need Thought Scour. I want Kaito, I want Unlicensed Hearse, I want EI. A lot of stuff here. I don't think I need Dress Down. Oh, Go for the Throw is great too. Okay, so what are we cutting? I think I'll cut the Thoughtseizes, a few of them. Trim a little bit. I think keeping Spell Pierce is fine. I think keeping everything around, they're pretty land low. We have a decent amount of kill spells here too. I love Charm. I don't think I need Kaito. I'm gonna go back on that. Definitely keeping the Drowns. I think I have to just get all the discard here and play super reactively. Makes Shredder a lot worse though. Maybe I can cut one Spell Pierce. And just run the Fluster Storm like that. I think that's okay. I don't think I want to go down any considers. Definitely need to keep any answer to Ragavan. Hopefully have an actual threat. I'll keep this. Again, 4 lands is not good, but I don't like mulliganing here. And we do have an answer to the early plays, which is nice. Okay, start on DRC. No bobble. Man, definitely don't want to be drawing lands like this. Okay, DRC. I will walk into this Pierce gladly, knowing that I have Snapcaster's follow-up. Hearse. I'll start on Hearse. I think it's fine. I think Hearse is good here if it resolves. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. They might have K-Command for it, but I have tons of lands to discard here. I think it's okay. Okay, starting with Shredder. I'll fetch for Watergrave here. Another Hearse is not great. I think I have to Snapcaster this. It's a little awkward, but try to do it on stack of their fetch, maybe. You don't crack the fetch, okay. Play their own Hearse, so now we definitely have to Snapcaster first. I don't love that. Is it Dispute? Sheesh. Yeah, we'll pack it up. I guess I'll wait. Just wait a little longer. Okay, so I'm not paying for this. They have their own Hearse. Go out. I'm gonna start hitting their stuff now. Yeah, we'll pass for turn. Okay, Shredder's alright maybe. Not great because I'm still going to trigger their Shredder, but they are pretty low, so I guess I gotta start trying to go in with this Hearse. Discard a Shadow, okay. Guess I'll discard the land and wait. So we're gonna have the fat one that goes first, and the other one that's literally just here to stop them from hearsing. This is the anti-hearse. Good hearse, anti-hearse. Okay, unholy heat. Luckily it does not kill our ledger by itself. Hate that. Anti-hearse engaged. Okay, dispute and regent. I mean, I just have to play the regent, right, and be happy about it. We just saw that they used the push already, so maybe I can hit them, two-shot them with this. I'll try it. They have another push. That's sad for me, but what are you gonna do? Looks like they do. Or terminate. Damn, man. I don't know what you're saying. You mean right now stack this terminate? I don't know. Gotta think about this one. This is gonna be dead. We're still gonna have one though, so I think what I do is I eat one here. Then when the terminate resolves, man, I was trying to ignore you because you're spamming emails that don't exist, but sometimes it's hard. So we know their last card is Unholy Heat, and then they drew off the top. Another Shredder. So I mean, they could just Unholy Heat now, just a cycle. Why did they, if they had push and Unholy Heat and terminate? So they had to have two of those when they discarded the shadow. Why would you not just keep the shadow at 12 life? Keeping all three pieces of removal? That sounds crazy. Like, surely one of those are going to connect. You knew the push was going to kill one of the hearses. It's a little nutty. Okay. Alright. Guess we'll just do this all day. Expressive Iteration. I have to counterspell that. I think I use Dispute. They're gonna Unholy Heat for triggers, it looks like. Which I think I agree with. I think getting this shredder to the small shredder to grow is good. Okay, it's another EI down, so the third one. No, only second, the other one's the other game. Okay, I can't block that, but this does leave them open to be attacked by hearse. Gonna hearse my own graveyard. Guess I could have blocked that by doing this first. Yeah, that's what I should have done, because this is a 4. No, I still can't block, yeah. Okay, they go for their own instead, which gives them lethal next turn, but this grows my Murktide and my Hearse. Drown is good. Drown is good. Yeah, I'm just gonna drown this now, so we don't have to play any games about that. And then I can swing for 5, which I will. Yeah, I think it's okay. If they want to swing for their unlicensed Hearse here for 5, that's okay. They can grow it now. My Murktide can still be a 5/5 if this Drown ever leaves my graveyard. Giganta to hand's a little annoying. Definitely a plus of having your companion is being able to call it to your hand. Okay. I mean, it's hopefully game, right? Do I play super safe and hold the counterspell? First thing I want to do is this, to grow the Murktide. I can engineered explosives. So they just got rid of their own graveyard for me. So what is not having counterspell up against bad against? I guess I'm just gonna do it now and then swing for, put them on lethal next turn. This also doesn't let the Shredder trigger. I can wait and be super safe, but I think that's just weak to a lot of stuff. Like if they just sandbag a land, they have Giganta now. I guess they wouldn't sandbag a land, but they're at 2 now. And if I do untap, I have the counterspell. Alright, cool. Cool. Stuck that one out there. That definitely felt like a super losing situation for a while. Seeing how that game played out, I kind of want Kaito even more, but I just don't know if I have room to slip him in. I think I still want a Charm. Just being able to steal a creature is too valuable, even if it's a Death Shadow. I'm gonna try to slow this down a little bit on defense. Spell Pierce felt super important for the expressive iteration there, but like, I really just want I want all of these, and then I could even see arguments for Torak or Inquisition or Dotsies. I don't know if I have a cut. I guess if I see that they're also on Hearse, I'll cut the Snapcaster. And then I guess we're back to 1 Spell Pierce or Kaido. Get rid of a Spell Pierce. We'll try to go a little slower with this Kaido. We'll try to decide early that we are not the beatdown. This is almost so good, I just need to have this black land. I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. This is not good against a turn 1 Ragavan and we don't hit land. But we'll only take 1 hit theoretically because we're gonna be able to dig so much. And if they go DRC, I don't care. Okay. So let's draw this black land. We don't. Okay. It's another Murktide, so we're gonna mill that over. And I'm gonna look at theirs too. Drown on the lock, okay. Okay, a lot of looks at the land now. We just have to actually hit it. You can also just slam a big ass Murktide. Yeah, it's probably better. I guess it's worse against Terminate. Big ass Murktide turns off this Drown though, which is really appealing to me. Okay, they hit their own land. Let's see what we hear here. Looks like a Shredder maybe? It is a Shredder. So they don't have Drown mana up now. So am I supposed to Blood Chiefs here? Or do I just take solace knowing that one of their cards doesn't kill Murktide and slam the other one? Murktide's also bad against Dispute. I'm gonna try to kill this Ragavan first, I think. I think knowing that they're on Dispute makes this a little safer. Dashing Ragavan is not nearly as scary against me as having the real Ragavan is. Okay, they hit land again. Channeler's not that bad either for me. These are all things that Murktide is good against. I even try to be cute and do something like hold a lot of the instants for the second Murktide. No, I'll keep that. I think it's great to have. Now we're a little better off against Terminate here. Fluster Storm also really good for that. Yeah, I'm just gonna play a big Murktide. We're not gonna get too crazy cute with it. It doesn't matter here. We're not worried about Delirium. We're just worried about Snapcaster, which is in our sideboard. Okay, Murktide engaged. If they give themselves Delirium, just Dragon Rage has to attack also, which any instant will do. They do shock. They're bolting me, so it is going to give this Delirium. We'll be forced to attack into my Murktide. Do they have Unholy Heat? Is that the game plan? Unholy Heat would be good. It's going to be Thoughtseize to start with. Because I have Pierce and Storm, I think I'm just going to let them Thoughtseize me. They discard the Drowning Lock. Okay, so now we have 2 empties in their hand. I don't know what's in their hand. Bloodchief Surf's going to be really good if I ever get to untap. They take the Fluster Storm. Jeez, so this is Heat plus having mana up for Spell Pierce? Fuck. So they did have the Heat, and they can do it in a way where they get to have mana. I'm still gonna Spell Pierce. Because, well, he's got another Drowning Lock. Maybe I don't Spell Pierce. No, I'm still gonna Spell Pierce because I want to be able to hit this Murktide big. So this will let me Murktide for a 6/6 again. So we're gonna go to 6, which isn't great, but being able to play a 6/6 and kill, I guess, the Shredder is good. We gotta hope they don't have another Unholy Heat or... Oh, actually our own Shredder's pretty good here too. No, I'm not gonna be able to get the trigger though. So yeah, we'll do this first. I'm gonna kill the Shredder, then we'll play this Murktide. Okay, so that is our 6/6 again. So having Unholy Heat or having Terminate is terrible for us. They Expressive Iteration, which means they can definitely possibly hit either of those. Okay, Ragavan's not that scary of a reveal. Unless it's like Ragavan plus Unholy Heat. Kinda looks like it is, honestly, which is not great. Or they're just letting the Ragavan die and they're playing a Shredder. Okay, they shock and go to 7. Play the Ragavan. And a Shadow. Okay. So we get to kill this. They can go to 1, and then we can go for the throw with the shadow. It's pretty good. I guess I just do that, right? And then swing for 6 and let them have the Ragavan trigger. So they're at 1. Can no longer fetch lands. I don't think I have a lot of answers left in the deck for my own Murktide. Can't drown to lock it. Oh, I guess I could Bloodchief's Thirst it. So now it's whatever's in their hand. Their top deck has to answer it, and it doesn't. Awesome. Cool. Alright, little 3-2. Interesting deck. Definitely needs some work. I think I definitely want to move the Torok's main deck somehow. I think that because you're not on Expressive Iteration, you don't have the same velocity versus Murktide. And Crazy Death Shadow, we beat both those matchups in this 3-2. But I don't know if that's like going to be normal. I think Thought Scour is fine as a 2-of, but you can cut it in the matchups it doesn't matter against. Like, I cut it both against here and against Murktide. It's not a great... Drown Lock is not a great card against Murktide in particular. Just like when I tested the Pioneer version earlier, it's not good against Treasure Cruise, but it's still okay in those matchups game 1. You just kind of have to side them up for better answers. I'm not totally sure where the room is coming from for these Toroks. I definitely want to stay in 2-Spell Pierce. I don't love the Snapcaster Mage at all, but I also don't... I need something for a slot that's another threat here. So maybe this becomes Kaito. Maybe we'll do it that way. And that gives us a little more leeway of how to go in and out. Or we can just do double Torok and keep the Kaito side. So we'll do something like this. And I'll do 1-1 split. We'll try this for now. I'll get rid of the Snapcaster entirely. I liked having discard and counterspell up against a lot of the format. Thoughtseize is pretty good right now against a lot of the decks. So you can definitely outvalue when you 1-for-1 something like against Expressive Iteration or 4-color, but with a big ass Murktide and protecting it, like you kind of hit that moment earlier. You just don't have that really like that Ragavan Expressive Iteration velocity. So I don't know how I feel about this deck. I'll keep this one in the future, but that's all I got today. So everyone, take care. Have a good one.